Yes. Working. I believe it's working. I hear the game. I hear myself. I move. I wobble. Oh, joyous day. Lum! Hey, Lum! Oh, Lum says, hey, I was jamming to that. Sorry, Lum. Sorry to interrupt you with my nonsense. Lala says, welcome back to Streamerland. Hey, Lala, welcome. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's a... Oh, man. He says, it works. Been forever since I heard Ishgard music. About 2 weeks. Yeah, oh, man. What a journey and a half. It says, indeed the song that attracts the aliens. No, it's a jam. I'm really happy with that song. Like, the artist I got that I commissioned that from did an amazing job. I love it. I think I've got him credited in the my like about section. I think the song is called Paranormal Dance, which is great. But yeah, howdy, welcome. I'm Grace Snellen. We're streaming tonight. I'm hoping everything seems normal for you all. For those who don't know, I've been talking about this on the Discord, but my normal streaming computer completely exploded. It just is refusing to do anything, and so it's out for repairs. I'll hopefully get that back in a week or so. I'm not sure exactly. So I'm currently streaming off of my old computer, which seems to be doing okay. Like, it's not too terribly old. It was like a 5-year-old computer, so it's seems to be doing okay. I don't know. Just testing it out. Seems like it should be fine. Yeah, how's everyone doing? How is life? How are things? I had an exciting weekend. Aside from the computer situation, which was less fun, I was helping my sister move to a new house, which is not fun per se, but it was good to see her. It's always a good excuse, I guess, to see family. And I also I went to a Halloween party that my aunt was throwing. It was very fun. We all got to tell spooky stories together and stay up way too late by a campfire, so that was exciting. It was fun. Yeah, so it's been a busy weekend, but it's been good. Oh, Nai-chan! Hey, Nai-chan, how are you doing? Lum says, a little stressed at work, but I've been planning for a trip to Japan next year. Oh, Lum, that sounds really fun. Yeah, Japan is super nice. I mentioned, I used to live there. I lived there for a little bit. And I've been wanting to go back, actually. I did have a trip planned at the beginning of 2020. I was going to go in March. And for those who remember what happened in March of 2020, going to Japan stopped being a thing for a while. So I'm hoping actually maybe next year as well. I'd like to go out there, go back and visit some people. But Lala says, I'm alright, this is my last night of house sitting. Oh, that's exciting. I hope the house sitting has gone well. AC says, getting over coughing issues, it seems to be a seasonal thing. He says, Japan has delicious snacks and treats. Japan is a land of wonder food. There's so many good things there. I'm a big fan of Japanese treats, like, especially compared to American stuff. Like, Japan doesn't dump salt and sugar on everything, so it's like you can actually like taste things. It's nice. Mom says, same with my coworker whom I just met in July. She had a trip planned in 2020 and now she wants to go next year. And she says, what did you do in Japan? It's not a secret, if it's not a secret. Mom says, end of March, course for the soccer, it'll be my 3rd time if I go. Oh yeah, it's a good time of year. Night chat said, yeah, I guess, I don't know if I've ever really explained it specifically. Let's see. I mean, I guess it's not really much of a secret. I don't know if I haven't really talked about this, but I went there as a missionary for my church, which was an interesting experience. I'm LDS, I guess, for anyone who knows what that means. But so yeah, I lived in Japan for a couple of years, and I got to work with like, you know, members of my church, and I was like doing like volunteer teaching like English and stuff. It was kind of a cool experience. It was really really different. But I don't know. So that's kind of the main reason I was over there. But it was fun. I got to live in a different country and meet lots of cool people. It was fun. Lala says it's been fairly uneventful. Only thing is the people's flight comes in at like 12:07 a.m. and I'm worried out if they come in the middle of the night. Yeah, geez, that's pretty late. Ace has also made some curry. Lemon dessert sliders, man. AC, you're a fancy chef. I respect that. I feel like you seem to always be like in the middle of making things during stream. I guess I'm like interrupting your dinner time. But yeah, so yes, we are officially. We should actually talk about the game too. Yeah, so we are officially in Ishgard. The end of last stream, which was a flipping week ago. Like, I can't believe it's been so long since I played Final Fantasy. I was actually like, oh hey, apparently GD, I know you apparently. Who are you? How are you? Hello. Lemon dessert slide. Oh, I see. AC said. LDS acronym. Oh, that's it's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's the Mormons, I think is the more common term. But yeah. Hi GD. Who is GD? I apparently know you, because your name lights up. I'm sorry if I can't remember who you're. Oh, Jedi. Oh, Jedi. Hey, it's been a minute. How you doing? Jedi says, I see a Grayson. That says me. Hey, welcome. Yeah, we're finally in Heavensward. At the very end of last stream, I spent like, I don't know, maybe like 30 minutes. I did like one quest. There was like a tour of Ishgard. And now we officially are in Heavensward. We're going to be helping out House for Tom. And I'm sure this is just going to be a delightful time. I can imagine no problems. Like, things got pretty bad during Realm Reborn. I think Heavensward is all going to be about how things get better. And how we all learn to work together to live in peace with dragons. And it's just going to be fun. It's going to be kind of like I'm envisioning it kind of to be like, if you ever remember the cartoon Dragon Tales from the early 2000s. I think we're going to learn about how to be friends with dragons and learn to share in our different cultures. It's going to be great. Smo! Hi, Smo! Whoa, Spooksy! Spooksy, hello! Spooksy says, hi, it's the ghost girl here to haunt you. Spooksy, hey, how you doing? Well, thanks for haunting. Says, how do you... Jedi says, Heavenward's great. Yeah, Spooksy, howdy. Welcome, how are you doing? He says, how do you like Castletown and Frozen Wasteland? I mean, I actually really like the aesthetic of Ishgard. Like, I love, like, it's got that, like, it's a very somber kind of, what do you call it, like, kind of a gothic medieval look, which I am 1000% into. Lala says, I finished main Stormblood finally and picked up the raids, so I have that to do when I get home. Lala says, oh man, I remember that show. Yeah. Says, didn't let the dragon drag on. Glorious, hey, welcome. I just said Endwalker by Christmas, right? Great. Oh, you know it. I think if I just don't stop streaming until Christmas, we can probably make it. Oh boy. Spooksy says, hi, I finished up and saw you were live. I was so excited to finally catch the stream. That's so cool. Thanks for stopping in. Spooksy. So super cool to see you. I see that you... I haven't caught your streams recently. I was watching your streams like when you were playing Dead by Daylight a bunch. I thought that was a lot of fun. That's a really scary, funny game. So I noticed you've been playing like I think Overwatch 2 last little bit. I haven't checked that one out yet. Is that one any fun? Out of curiosity. Yori says stream before maintenance. Nice. Yeah, I'm squeezing it in right before the maintenance tonight. He says Heavensward is awesome. He says medieval knight fantasy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of the aesthetic. Like, I don't know. A lot of my favorite like fiction is kind of like this setting. Ace says patch 6.25 is tomorrow. Oh, that's right. They're adding more content, right? That'll be exciting. He says, yes, I love Dead by Daylight. No, Overwatch 2 is pretty good. Okay. One says playing Overwatch 2 right now, too. Yeah, I mean, I've heard... I mean, I guess anything with Blizzard these days, I've heard mixed opinions. Like, some people really don't like it, some people really like it. I never played a lot of the original Overwatch myself. I played it, like, back when it first came out for just a little bit. My friend had it, so I played with him. But I was kind of... And I'm trying to get back into it. I was really burned out on shooters for a very long time. Like, Call of Duty really tired me out with how many of those kept coming out. And so I stepped away from shooters for a long time. Trying to get back into it, I've started playing, like, Warframe a little bit. I'm thinking about maybe getting into more of them, but... Speaks says you can do Overwatch drops and it's a great way to meet people. And yeah, shooters can be kind of mess, so I get that. And I used to love shooters, like, that was like my jam. I used to play so much Halo and Call of Duty when I was like in middle school. And then they were just making so many of them. And I just kind of got exhausted with it, but I don't know. And there's just like so many games, like there's like an endless list of games I want to play. And now I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, which is basically endless. I'm never gonna finish this game. Especially if I keep sitting around talking with people. But, sorry. I should probably actually start doing... I need to talk... That's right, I have to talk to the guy to go in. He says no one can play Overwatch in 1 anymore to replace it. Oh, that's right, Overwatch 1 went down, which is weird to think about. So he says Valorant and OW2 really shake up the shooter's vibe by adding a ton of fun abilities and stuff. You know, I've never actually seen anything with Valorant. I keep hearing about it. I don't even know if I've watched anyone play it yet. It's like, I don't know anything about that one. Well, it says the only thing I know about OW2 is people were upset about you needing to provide a phone number to play, from what I heard. He says that I played Destiny 2 as a shooter game. Looter shooters, D1 had me hooked almost 7 years ago. Yeah, I played the original Destiny a little bit. I haven't tried Destiny 2 yet. I've heard good things about Destiny 2. A lot of people really like it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted to try Overwatch 2, or maybe even like Splatoon. I guess Splatoon's technically a shooter, right? I guess kinda. So he says I play Val sometimes, that's being overshadowed by Halloween events and Twitch drops for me right now. That's fair. Yeah, I mean there's always like so many games. Or says, good evening chat, good evening Greg. Hey Strom, welcome, howdy. Man, it's so good to see everybody. I was really worried, honestly, because it's been almost a week since I last streamed on account of my computer exploding. And I was like, oh man, I hope... Like, I wonder if anyone's even going to show up. I've been gone for so long, but it's good to see everybody. Someone says, I wish I had more people to play Splatoon with. Yeah, I guess there's... Yeah, I don't know, I'm definitely, 'cause I guess that's a Switch game, right? So I'd have to figure out how to stream through a console, which sounds like a stressful thing. Smo says, you take breaks more often, more people show on the comeback. Smo says, oh no, please, stuff always... I know, PC stuff always sucks, I'm glad you're back. Yeah, it was really sad. I don't know, it was like one day it was fine, the next day my computer was crashing. Just like, even if I opened like Chrome, like Google Chrome, the PC would crash. And so I was like, well, it's probably the end. And so yeah, I'm streaming on my backup, like my old computer right now. It's like a 5-year-old PC. Just seems like it's doing okay. So that's good. I was wondering if it was gonna give me grief, but it seems okay. Well, it says it might sound silly, but the second night you were late, I was a little worried because you've been so consistent. Yeah, I know. I try so hard. Like, I don't, there's not a lot of things I can promise in terms of the quality of these streams, but I try so hard to show up every time. Like, that's like the one thing I can do. Because everything else is like guaranteed to break at least once in the night. So yeah, I was so bummed out that I had to miss like 3 streams in a row. But he says year 1 of D2 is disastrous. I don't recommend D2 unless you want to commit to the game with seasonal stuff and commit to Guardian culture. Not hard, just a lot for new lights. Yeah, and that's always something like some games are harder to get into as a new person, for sure. Like, that's why like I like if I don't play a game from the start, I sometimes get too scared to ever even try it because I'm like, oh, well, now I'm so far behind. But all right, I should probably actually start playing the game. Sorry, didn't realize we were kind of chatting away for a little bit. So yeah, so I guess the plan is I am officially a ward of House Fortom. All of my friends are dead, except for Alfino, who is not my friend. I tolerate him. And Tataru is somewhere around here. I think she's alive. I know we left her at a bar surrounded by a bunch of like really burly looking men, so I'm a little bit concerned about that, but she's probably fine. Yeah, and now we gotta help Lord Fortom has a couple of lazy sons that I apparently have to deal with, so that is where we're at. Artoriel and Emonlen. I hope you're all ready for me to butcher a lot of names, because... Oh, it says poor Alfie. He'll be fine. He says they specifically made the New Lights campaign for newer players. The original campaign is vaulted. Oh, really? Strom says Alfie. I mean, I don't... Alfino... it's hard to hate him now, because considering the situation that's entirely his fault, I don't really want to pour more salt on his wounds, but he's kind of a punk sometimes. Well, it says, I called this brother Emma. Yeah, that's fair. That's probably easier to say than Emonalong. Wujo? L is an A? Yeah. Hi, Wujon, by the way. Welcome. I don't know if you've... I think you might be new to the stream. Welcome, howdy. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna start getting into the game a little bit. Feel free to keep chatting as you will. Wuj says, Elizin can be considered French. Howdy. Yeah, I've... That's kind of like what people told me, like, it's kind of like it's a fake French kind of a pronunciation. Which I don't pronounce French very well. I need to look up like a pronunciation guide. That'd probably be a good idea. He says, say it like Artuorella and Emanalaine. Artuorella and Emanalaine. Okay. Thank you. That's helpful. Let's see. Onwards and upwards. When a man like Lord Emanalaine is in high spirits, you can be sure that trouble is in store. Oh, good. Srom says Eminem. Yes. I liked it better when he was Slim Shady, but that's fine. Shall we be off then, old boy? But where are my manners? Emanalaine de Fortom, second son of Count Edmont de Fortom, true-born, that is. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you're absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. My brother would never cut me off, 'tis true, but who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance, forever overshadowed by a sibling? Not I, old boy, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Artoriel. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, I don't like you. Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Helenard. They have ever been steadfast friends to our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity. Poor blighters. As for what precisely we will be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. That sounds like we're going to a new area. Oh man, are these quests gonna be like helping me explore new stuff? That'd be super chill. Ari! Ari's here. Hi, Ari. Welcome. Oh, he sends me dog hearts. And he calls me alien scum. Aw, big heart to you too, Ari. Nichens, all French is fake. They just make up words as they speak and pretend to understand each other. Yeah, is France just one big long con against like the rest of the world? He says at Toriel, but you got the other one right. Good job. At Toriel. Okay. At Toriel. He says yes and yes. And so it says Nye with the hot but tanks. Yeah, so much sass tonight. I don't know where y'all are getting that from. Over the wall? Lord Artoriel is less than eager to brief you on his mission. Let us begin anew, Master Allen. I am Ser Artoriel de Fortom, eldest son of Count Edmund de Fortom. You'll forgive me my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Haurchefant has spoken of you often. If you are even half the man he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then, we will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of House Durandare and Dismael. You are aware of a friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye. Well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture. But we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must needs secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables and Foundation. I nod my head. I love the new quest accepted music. Just like the dramatic organ playing. It's very fun. Alright. So I've got both of those quests in hand, and I don't know where I'm going. Oh, it's got dark. Let's see here. This is... Okay, over the wall is that way. Where am I? Okay, I'm over here. Wait, where's the other... Oops, that's not right. I forgot about that. Over the wall, onwards and upwards. Where was this one at? Okay, so that's over that way. It's by the airship landing. Looks like I'm closer to that one, so I'll start with that one, I guess. We're gonna go onwards and upwards first. It says you have to choose either one to follow your choice, but you can do both consecutive after the other. Okay. That's fair. I'll start with onwards and upwards. I'll continue that line first, and then I'll go back for the other one. Oh no. I would like to apologize in advance. I'm probably going to get, I'm gonna get very lost. Have I attuned to this yet? Yes. Touch the blue crystal. Yes, I have gained its power. Okay, I hope I'm going the right way. Yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? How is Monday? It's the start of a new week. New weeks can be a mixed bag. Coming off of the weekend can be a bummer, but I don't know. I hope things started off on the right foot for y'all. I hope things are going well. I'm talking to a ticketer. Are you ready to depart, sir? The airship bound for Camp Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. I'm taking an airship. He says the places in Ishgard love their long names. Imagine this. Oh yeah. Abelathia's spine. The Sea of Clouds. Oh, wait, that's right. I remember in the trailer. The trailer showed that there was like a bunch of floating islands.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home.
Yes, airships. Very cool. When do I get to pilot my own airship? Where's the airship combat in this game? It's coming soon, right?
High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds. A frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost, within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, he came.
Dun dun dun. This is so cool. I love sky islands. It's such a cool idea. Like a fantasy concept, I guess. It's very like a, and I guess I always, yeah, Lalo says, yeah, it's Skypea. Strom says it was a Monday for sure. Uh-oh. Lalo says mostly standing around and tangled up in wires. Mostly sat around reading and now picking a house. Oh, that's nice. What were you reading? Books are always good. Carson! Carson says, oh hey, it's working. It is, Carson. Look at this. I spent several hours yesterday making sure that this was gonna work, hopefully correctly. Yeah, it's basically, I mean, I hope for you it all seems like the same as ever, because it took a little bit of work to get my old computer to chug through this. I'm having to keep a careful eye on my my usage of power, because this one isn't quite as strong as my other computer. Chris says, you run around, you got a fancy coat and pants, you got bun ears. I do. Carson, you notice the important things. You notice the bun ears. I appreciate that. And actually, that reminds me, I'm gonna switch over to... Oops, that's not right. I'm already gonna regret my decisions. Is it this thing? Yeah, okay. Here, I'm gonna switch to this today. This is... I think Ari said his name was Bob, if I remember right. Ari gave me this very cursed stick a couple streams ago. So I'm gonna have Bob out for today's stream. Lala says, I was reading a book called Golden Hand. It's something I bought years ago and never got around to actually reading, despite loving the series. Okay. I'm not familiar with that one. He says, I like Imonolane's servant, Honorult, more. He's funny. Talk to Honorult. My lord, you mustn't wear your belt so loose, you'll trip over your own sword. Oh dear. He's gonna be that guy. Unless it's part of the Old Kingdom series by Garth Nix. Okay. Neat. Yes, okay. Sorry. Oh, that was the other train of thought. I got distracted, but yeah. Like Lalo was saying, it's like Skypea from One Piece. Or like, there's like the floating islands in Final Fantasy XII as well. Because I like Final Fantasy XII. That's what I was reminded of, but... Imonolane. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Kurthus may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain a strong, silent persona all the time, you know. Never mind. We need to find Lady Leniat? She is in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. Oh boy, I love being somebody's wingman. It's my favorite. Carson says Nyx is a great writer. I loved the Aberson series. So it's magic, reverse necromancy, putting the dead to sleep. Cool fantasy stuff. He says you can put the dead to sleep. It says back to dead, I guess. Okay. Chester! Hi, Chester. Welcome. Howdy. How are you doing? Where am I going? Well met. Okay. Got a chocobo. Crystal? I touched the crystal. I learned that I touch. Yes. It is mine. Yeah, I can't remember who mentioned it last stream, but somebody mentioned that, like, the Heavensward content is relatively dead of players. I kind of agree, which is really sad. I'm guessing the only players here are people, like, currently going through Heavensward, which is really strange. So he said to... Hold on, where am I going? Onwards and upwards. Oh, I haven't discovered the area yet, that's why. Oh, that's weird. I'm not used to being in new territory. I guess this is new, yeah. Interesting. I'm gonna sprint a little. How do I get anywhere? I am down! Guys. Ouch. You know what? There wasn't an invisible wall. That's, my bad. I made an assumption. I thought that you wouldn't dare. You can't. Get away from me. I'm also used to the enemies not attacking me. I guess I'm not as strong as I once were. So, honestly, I think Eorzea is one of my favorite books of all time. What's this? Trump says... Who? Oh, sorry. Trump says, interesting you'd mention that, because the last few times I've done my dailies, I've gotten a few Heavensward dungeons and trials. Meerkat, they give you more freedom after ARR. Okay, fair enough. Oh, by the way, hi Meerkat. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool. Like, I like the layout. I probably should summon my chocobo friend to help me. I didn't realize I wasn't going to be, like, overpowered for the next section of the game. Laniette. Ah, Master Allen. Welcome. I am Sir Laniette de Helenat, a commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. This dialogue's gonna kill me. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I am in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother Francel would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus have I been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of Helone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and to call upon his generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. I nod my head. Ahem. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, my lady Laniette. You cut an elegant figure as always. A steel-clad rose, equally at home on a battlefield or in a ballroom. Music dropped. Lord Emonelaine, if it is not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Master Allen. Oh no. The coldest shoulder. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravonian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman and I'll show him a thing or two. Jeez. She's just totally ignoring him. It's so sad. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Master Allen. I'm just like, yeah, I know. Quest complete. Well, it says, I fail all the time like that, but I do it on purpose to go down faster because as long as I'm not in combat, I can't kill you. Unless you're unlucky and something gets you when your health is still low. Yeah. Strom says, yeah, nope, I never do this because I have the worst luck with getting bonked by random mobs at the bottom of a cliff. AC says, it's not totally dead, but yeah, not many players there than there used to be. Some expansions do make older content relevant. Okay. AC says, in case you don't remember, her brother's Francel, the guy in the green hat. Yeah, Francel was the guy I had to save from... first I had to save him from getting himself killed, because he's like, I'm gonna kill a dragon and prove I'm loyal. So I had to save him from a dragon. And then I had to save him from getting pushed into a pit, because they're like, you're a witch. My lord, pray do not do anything rash. Ah, my lovely Lady Lynette, I shall win your heart yet. Okay. An indispensable ally. Lady Lynette knows all too well what must be done to ensure that your time spent in Camp Cloudtop is not for nothing. While I understand Count Edmont's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it is far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Dravonian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Emanelaine from shirking his duty. Oh dear. I'm starting to see the pattern of how this is all gonna go. Unfortunate. A request from Lynette. Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few yalms away. Never mind. What is it? A mission of paramount importance. Keep watch for Dravonian outflyers. Roam about and keep an eye out for anything unusual. Oh man, could I totally just get him killed by having him, like, wander into danger? That's super funny. A mission? Yes, of course. That is why I'm here. I shall do as my lady asks. Talk to Honorite. Master Allen. I do not believe I have properly introduced myself. My name is Honorite, and I serve at the pleasure of Lord Emanelaine. Lady Lynette would have me accompany Lord Emanelaine on his mission. I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Great. What a great plan. Were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obligated to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you. At least, more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. Aye, I suspect you have had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. Yeah, you know. You know how it be, Lynette. Meeting the neighbors. Lady Lynette is eager to get to more important business. Now that Emanelaine is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with the Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received the permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our people for half a year until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes toward us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sarah Marielle. She could use your assistance. Okay. He says babysitting is not an unknown task to the warrior of light. Yes. I'd have to say babysitting's probably like in my top 5 regular duties, honestly. Which I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that. But it is what it is. Look at me. I'm in a treehouse. That's fun. It's a steep treehouse. Marielle? Master Allen, I presume. Lady Lynette told me you were coming. I hear tell you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the Floating Isles. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal. Unless that Ixal's mother was a Gigas. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in those areas, kill or drive them away. Okay. Interesting. This way, I guess. Oh, this is fun. I get to, like, explore now. Okay, I'm gonna... Hold on. Before I go any farther, I'm going to summon an ally. George, Ow, stop! George, help! Oh no! Mortal Kombat. Oh, jeez. There it is. Did I just make a cat sound? I think it did. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna... Just before I forget, I'm gonna make sure George is double summoned. He says, in the old times, knights were called Ser regardless of gender. Now it's Sir or Dame. That's interesting. So that's like a real term from back in the day then. I thought that was kind of like a made-up term they'd used, but I guess I'm starting to realize like a lot of the words they use are real words, just not very commonly used nowadays. AC says, unless the knight in question is a woman who doesn't mind being called Sir, though in real life I don't know of such a thing happening. Your cat says, it's a Gala cat. Oh, that's why it makes cat sounds. It says, oh, you have a class quest. I do! You're right! That's right, because I think my class quests ended at 50. But now that I'm officially in Heavensward, I guess I have access to level 55 and 60 now, if I had to make an assumption. He says, take a good look at Gala Cat, you'll find out why they make cat sounds. Oh, do they look like little kitties? Here, am I gonna... Here. Ah, it's so cute! It's just a little kitty. Little kitty with wings. It's adorable. That guy looks like he has it under control. Yeah, I should probably do those class jobs at some point for a sense of hostile presence. Impossible. No. It's a chonky bird man. Says you can get a Gale Cat minion. Ah, it's so adorable. No, I don't. Wait, don't. Dagnabbit. Oh, I guess I can fight this thing now. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that a lot of the enemies up here would be like bird types, or like flying creatures, on account of it being up in the air and such. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go this way. This is so interesting. I have to, like, actually discover the land. That's actually really cool. I don't remember if Realm Reborn had me discover land this way. I think it was already kind of, like, open. This is very different. Looks like if I go this way. This is fun. I haven't had, like, Ooh, don't. I haven't had to, like, actually, like, explore for a long time now. Like, all of that post-Realm Reborn content was just kind of, like, backtracking over areas I'd already been for, like, 99% of it. But, like, now I'm gonna actually see, like, new stuff. It's exciting. I don't want to talk to you. Well, it says, yeah, in ARR, everything was already fully mapped. That's kind of a neat touch, honestly. Like, I like the... I mean, it's neat to it feels like I'm actually, like, I'm seeing new areas, right? Because it would make sense I've never, like, been here before, right? It's very cool. You steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. I did it. I'm the best. Man, this is so cool. Oh, that's a long fall. Do you think I'd survive with 1 health remaining from that kind of fall? I have faith in my ankles. I bet I could. A lot of birds over there. Looks like they have it under control. Get XP for exploration as well, says Wujo. Wuje? I'm gonna call you Wu, sorry. I don't want to get things wrong. Meerkat says you can't fall off the big ledges. Yeah, it's a shame. I want to be able to test my limits. A hostile presence. I can't believe it. Who could have foreseen this? Ouch. I really should, like, speaking of classes, I should maybe try to get my summoner class caught up to level 50. Because, like, I just realized, because Heavensward is supposed to be, like, level 50 to 60, right? So, technically speaking, my white mage here is already, like, the strongest level I would need for Heavensward content. Theoretically. And so it might behoove me to get another class or two. Oh, I can't fly. That's not right. It might behoove me to, like, get another class leveled up to the point where I can be playing the Heavensward content with that class, maybe. Because I do want to play with the summoner more. I got really distracted. I stopped playing it a while ago. I think I got up to, like, level 30 with it, if I remember right. Plus there's, like, a million other classes I want to try out eventually. And again, there's just endless amounts of content in this game. Yes. Did a 900 horse spin. Take that, Tony Hawk. He says tempted to play falling music. Where am I going? Oh, that's right, she's like up the... Yeah, there she is, okay. He says, notice how the Ava Ivano do the dance? Oh, I didn't notice they were dancing. Says, there is enough XP in the MSQ to level 2 or 3 classes. Strom says, Black Mage training arc. I could, I guess. AC says, to fly you need other Aether Currents. He says, might I recommend Dark Knight? Meerkat, yeah, the game will introduce how to get flying after you finish the 2 intro zones. And Wu says, you will level at double XP for all combat jobs under your max highest level one. That... See, that makes it sound like it would be smart, then. Like, it might behoove me to get maybe even a couple of classes up to 50, just so that I could play them throughout the Heavensward arc. Like, would that be a reasonable thing? Well, it says, I really like Summoner. It also gives you another healer to try. Scholar, if you want that too. Yeah, Scholar is actually the one I'm really interested in. Like, Scholar seems like it could be fun. But I guess I already have a one healing class, so maybe I should try to do a DPS one. I could even try Tank, but Tank sounds like that's like a different kind of stressful for dungeons. Finished with your patrol? Anything to report? I gesture with my hand. 2 hands. Maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Helon has blessed us with a mighty ally. Thank you. I'm glad you noticed. Oh wait, I just need to talk to her again. Oops. Strom says F. AC says Dark Knight or Dragoon seems appropriate for Heavensward, but ultimately up to you. Strom says F? Question mark? F? Question? I mean, it sounds like... I guess if I were to take this as like an unofficial poll, it sounds like Strom is in favor of Black Mage, AC is in favor of Dark Knight or Dragoon. I mean, eventually I sincerely do want to like try all of the classes, because why not? But just in terms of like which ones I should try first would be the question mark, I suppose. An undisciplined unit is a unit ripe for destruction, as Ser Meriel knows. Accepting your recent clashes with the Vanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. So even were the Holy See to come under Dravonian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. Simply put, Master Allen, this is where ambition comes to die. If you haven't aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, you might say. Oh boy. I gotta go psych some folks up. That's not the right way. This way, maybe. Kinda? How do I get where that is? Oh, it's like down over there, I see. Figuring it out slowly. Meerkat says, if you want a good story, Dark Knight is prime. Yeah, everybody said... Ooh, I'm gonna not... No, this is fine. Everybody says Dark Knight has, like, the best story of the classes. Although they also say that it's very much an edgelord class, but that's fine if it's a good story, I suppose. Lyle says, only thing with Dragoon is it looks kind of silly on Vieira, in my opinion, because the helmet doesn't show up on them. Oh, that's true. I wouldn't have a helmet as a Dark Knight, or as Dragoon. That'd be kind of weird. Strom says, whoops, that F was for me. My bad. Oh, sorry. Ace says, I love the theme song to the show Psych. Freaking Psych is a fun show. Imonolane. Oh, Imonolane. Psych was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that TV show a lot. Honorroy? As you wish, my lord. Should I spy an outflyer, I will alert you immediately. Poor Honorroy. Although, I gotta say, like, maybe this is a hot take, but, like, I was rewatching Psych recently, and I don't know if the writing was actually as good as I remember it being. Like, oh... I think the actors in that show are great, and they kind of make up for the weird dialogue sometimes. Like they put enough enthusiasm into it to make it sound fine. But maybe it was just me. Oh, hello there, old boy. Slain any Vanu champions yet? No? Oh well, let me know when you have so I can make myself presentable for the... Oh, that's right, I gotta psych you up. Wait. Emote? Psych. Gather your Genki. Is an attack? What should we do? What should we do? Okay. You had me fooled there for a moment, old boy. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Lineate will give me a grand mission as befits my station. Oops. Well, I probably shouldn't have psyched him up, in retrospect. Let me get out of mount here. George, we must go, quickly. He says, I know, you know, you're not telling the truth. I know, oh yeah. I know, you know, you're not telling the truth. I know, you know, they just don't have any proof. It is a catchy song. I can't remember, like... I don't know if there was like, I feel like there was like a long version of that song, wasn't there? Like a full version? Because they only like played like the first minute or so for the theme song, but I could be wrong. How's Halen at night? You're looking rather grim. Why so serious? The Vanu are no real threat, and the Dravanians couldn't give a fig about us. Get psyched. Ye gods, where did that come from? Fine, if he insists, I'll make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of moms away from the front lines, which is just the way I like it, thank you very much. I can respect that, like... I don't know, there is a certain, like, there's something nice about, like, not being in the immediate action, but still being able to contribute, which is nice. Strom says, oh man, it has been ages. He says, yeah, Strom, it has. Yeah, when did Psych end? That show ended like 10 years ago, didn't it? Like, it's been a minute. Like, I remember when the final season came out, like, it was like a big deal. Is there anything fluffier than a cloud? Get pumped. I give you a gentle fist pump. What? What is it? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, worry not. If the shock you just gave me a doubt, I'll sleep for a fortnight. I'm helping. It says, your gesture doesn't seem like it would cause the reaction it seems to be. Losses typing is hard. Just understand most people tend to die to dragon attacks. I mean, I was gonna say, like, dragon attacks are, like, not a joke. Like, at least, like, I don't think they would be. Seems like it'd be a pretty serious problem. Yeah, it is funny, like, and I think, because every race has, like, their own version of the emote, right? And, like, the Viera definitely is pretty reserved, where it's just like, I am shaking my fist, and they're like, oh no, death is coming. Oh, Sajin says, can't stay for long, but it's good to see the backup system is working out. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, Sajin, and yeah, it seems you're doing okay. So we should be, yeah, we're fully operational for the time being. And then hopefully when I get my real computer back, we can be even better back up to normal. So, yeah, thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. AC says, embrace the deception, learn how to bend. Your worst inhibition. Yeah. Embrace the deception, learn how to bend. Your worst inhibitions tend to psych you out in the end. Something like that, I don't know. It's been a long time since I heard this song. Many thanks, Master Allen. Already I can see a change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon. Lord Emanelaine said what? Well, I have no doubt that Lady Linnea will do her utmost to oblige him. Quest complete. Yes, give me that fall damage. Oh. There it is. Well, there's no fall damage, though. Boring. Wait, that's... I keep doing that. I thought I was supposed to go talk to Laniette, because that's what she said, but I needed to talk to her again. Sage says, awesome to hear, have a great stream. Yeah, no problem. We'll see you later, Sajin. Says, the Lala one is intense in a lot of emotes. They probably did that because they're small and want it to be noticeable. Yeah. It says, catchy theme never dies. Also, the character Gus and Psych was hilarious. Yeah, Gus was the best part of that show. For sure. Like, he was honestly the most believable person, too, because every time Sean was like, let's go do this, like, really stupid and dangerous thing, Gus would just be like, no, let's not. It's a terrible plan. Like, freaking... Oh, man, the Halloween episode. I guess they had a couple of Halloween episodes, but, like, the one where, like, they're in that museum searching for, like, a mummy that's maybe come to life. That episode I think about often. Especially Gus and his reactions. So funny. Well, it says, that's part of how I chose what race I wanted to be. I looked up emotes on YouTube. Oh, okay. It says, Lalafels are curious. They have full reach despite being only like 2 feet tall. And this is Lala magic. Lalafels have great expressions. No, it is kind of interesting the way, like, Lalas are fully as capable as any other race, which is like kind of interesting from a lore perspective. It's like, I wonder how that works, but I guess from a gameplay perspective it makes sense to have everybody be like on equal footing, so people can like feel free to play whatever they want. AC says, I loved the Clue episode they had on Psych. I don't know if I remember the Clue episode. Doesn't sound immediately familiar. Mirror says, except why are there no Lala-sized chairs in this game? You know, that's actually a really good point, Meerkat. Like, now that you mention it, like, I've never seen any Lala-sized, like, furniture at all. Like, whenever Tataru is, like, around, she's always, like, having to deal with, like, a giant-sized desk. Like, having to, like, stand up on the chair while she does her paperwork. Like, in a big, like, normal-sized binder. Unknown character says, dang, I missed the start of the live stream. Ah, no problem, unknown character. Welcome in. And howdy, welcome. Thanks for coming in, by the way. And yeah, I mean, you haven't missed too much yet. We got up to the Sky Island, as you can see. We're talking to the soldiers up here. Kind of just hanging out and having fun. Someone says, I don't recall when or where it is explained, but it is. And he says, Lalas do get step ladders. Lala says, I'm glad in Gold Sauce where I play Moogle's paw, I get a little step ladder. That's so funny. Sir Marielle fears what might come of Lord Emanelane's newfound ambition. If Lord Emanelane is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Linnaeus will want you to accompany him. Aye, you might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. Quest accepted. I can't jump. Drat. I'm actually curious if does anybody know like the stats on like what the most popular race is in this game? Like, if I had to guess, my gut instinct would tell me that either the Lalafell or the Mikote would be like the most popular races that players choose. But I don't know if anybody happens to know that or like have a guess. I'm curious. It's like I hardly see any like Hrothgar seem very rare. Like the big lion guys. I don't see very many Hrothgar players. Or like Rogadins either that I can think of. But I don't know. Ah, Master Allen. Lord Emanelane has just informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for this epiphany. Well, there's nothing for it but to give him something more demanding. Then, can I count on you to keep him safe? I nod my head. Ah, excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop, as there are no underground sources we can tap with wells. However, there is a unique variety of crystal we have recently discovered, which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vor-Siran, to the east of here. I would have you and Emanelane bring one back to us. You may have to contend with the feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention Vanu scouts ranging from a nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained, but you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck. Be safe. I get to do more sentry duty. Alright. Oh dear, and just when everything was going so well. Oh, alright. Let's see. Smo says, I'm gonna head out and get some rest, still feeling kinda down. I want to be my Sunday best for tomorrow. Yeah, no problem, Smo. I hope you rest up well. Have a good night. I know it's kinda later where you are, so thanks for hanging out. It's always good to see you. AC says they're also easier to carry than other races, handy for running while carrying an unconscious person. Shram says most popular is Mikote by far. He says it was Mikote before Vieira came into the picture. Ace says Rogadin chicks are still popular. Bar cats are quite absent, says Lala. Ace says female Hrothgar are coming eventually. Yeah, I heard they're maybe working on it. And AC says, I'm just curious if the lady Hrothgars will have fluffy chest hair like the males do. Lala says, I'm really curious how they'll look, if they'll also be furry or have some crazy sexual dimorphism. Yeah, I mean, I remember they always like make those memes, right? Where like whenever they're making like a like anthropomorphic like animal characters, it's always like the male animal character will like be like very animalistic, and then weirdly enough the female version is always very human femalistic. Like they have to like add certain curves here and there, like regardless of the type of animal it's supposed to be emulating, which is a strange coincidence. I'm sure there's nothing more they're meaning by that. He says, I imagine them to look similar to the Ronso females in FF10. Oh, that'd be interesting, actually. The Ronso... I forgot about the Ronso. That'd be kind of cool. Lady Lynette told you to tell me about my mission once again. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? A vital mission on the success of which the very survival of Count Cloudtop rests. The procurement of potable water. Go and fetch a spring crystal from the floating lakes to the east, with me. Ah, finally! It's about time she entrusted me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go, let's go! Oh boy. One of these times we're gonna meet up, I'm just gonna find like a corpse. And like Honoroi just like unconscious on the ground. Where am I going? Over there, it looks like. So I might as well get myself something to ride. I'm on a unicorn. Actually, how do I want to go this way, I think, actually. Upon inspection. Strom says, Essie knows their target audience for Hrothgar. It's going to be furry head to toe. Yeah. Probably. Which is... I mean, it's fine. Like... I get it. Gotta keep things popular for people. Law says, I mean, we do already have sexy cat girls, so IDK. It is kind of true. That's like what was really curious about the Hrothgar, right? I was like, there's already like one cat person race. It's interesting they're adding another one. But I mean, like at least the Hrothgar males are noticeably. Shut up, kill cat. They're like noticeably different enough. Where like it's fine, I suppose. So, I mean, hopefully they'll do something pretty interesting with the Hrothgar females. But, we'll see. Ace says, Mikote girls unfortunately aren't that beefy. They don't have the gains like Hrothgar. He says, female body slightly beefy, but with cat faces. He says, are here the only ones with muscle sliders? I can't remember. I'm trying to think, like, when I was making my Viera character... There were some sliders, but the sliders really didn't do much, from what I remember. I think, well, no, I think I could have been quite a bit beefier, I think. I think there's the possibility to be a beefy bunny boy, but I don't think a lot of people go that route when designing. But, I mean, there is definitely sliders for the ears. You can have ginormous ears, which I appreciate. Very, very good. Very important for a bunny boy. I had heard the minstrels' tales of these lakes, but I never honestly believed that they were real. It's actually very pretty up here. I like it. George, get out of Emona Lane. So this is the Vor Siansaran of legend. And nary a Vanu in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know. Why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds a superior specimen wins. Honorite shall judge our entries on size, purity, and say, aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. So I could... Sorry, I had to get a swig of water. Been a lot of reading this stream. He says, I don't remember, also don't play as a female here, so I can't tell you. I do know they have asset sliders, but otherwise can't say. This is so funny, Lala girls have bust sliders, it literally does nothing when you change it. That's actually a really funny joke. That's really funny. Just the idea of like a useless slider that doesn't do anything. Let's see here. I guess it's just in this area. I just have to look for... What was I looking for? I'm looking, like, for crystals. And they're somewhere within this giant circle here. I'm gonna get on an animal. Oh, I love my horse collection. Makes me so happy. Oh, this is really pretty. I like this area. Oh, hi, friend. Excuse me. I thought you were a rock. This is so pretty. Look at this. God, I love this. Oh, man. So pretty. I'm just really lucked out on the weather. Yeah, this is like a beautiful time to be up here. This is so good. AC says, bunny boys don't get much beef. They're of a specific aesthetic in their body type. The bunny boys are like the hostess Twinkie with the ideal ratio of addictiveness and irresistibility. AC, you understand. I appreciate that. AC says you can skyfish up here if you want. This water crystal does not appear to exhibit the properties described by Lady Linnea. Perhaps you should inspect another. Trap. AC, you are so on point. It says IDKY Bunny Boy physicality makes me think of Cloud Strife. I mean, it sort of does, right? Because, I mean, it's kind of like the pretty boy aesthetic, right? It's not like traditionally masculine. It's just like it's a very pretty kind of handsome. Which, I like it. It appeals to me. I figure if I'm gonna make a character that I have to look at for hundreds of hours, I'm gonna make a character I like looking at. This water crystal does not have the properties, okay. AC says, Cloud does take after his mother, Claudia, a lot. She looks just like Cloud, but as a woman. It is interesting. I haven't actually... I mean, I don't know if the remake even shows Claudia, actually. I haven't played the remake at all. And in the original Final Fantasy VII, it's hard to say who looks like what, since it's all kind of pixely. This crystal appears to be secreting a steady stream of water. Perhaps it is the thing Spring Crystal Lady Linnea seeks. I got it, apparently. So now I just have to head back. Yes. It's the ponies have really been coming in strong today. I like that. Lots of pony mounts. It's good. AC says, I think that's why people don't second guess him in a dress. I mean, honestly, that does kind of work for that particular sequence, right? It's like, I've seen some of the memes from the... Hi there, friend. You're probably fine. Like, I've seen some of the memes, like, from the remake of how Cloud looks. You know, he wears a dress well, I will give him that. I remember, like, in the original, like, the PlayStation version... Like, he has such, like, broad, cartoony shoulders that it looks a little bit funny. Which, I mean, I guess it's part of the... Oops. It's potentially part of the joke, right? Is that Cloud maybe doesn't look very womanly in the original game. But in the new one, they definitely made him look a lot better in dress. Which, fair enough, you know? He deserves to feel pretty now and then. He says, speaking of water, I should get some more before I start coughing up a lung. Yeah, AC water is good for you. Well, it says, I really need to play more 7 of the original. I have it on my Switch. I got to Costa del Sol and then stopped. Yeah, the original Final Fantasy VII it's a good experience. Like, I liked playing it. Oh, Ari, is that you? See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, bunny boys can look very, very good in a dress. But, what was I talking about? I got distracted. Yeah, 7. 7 is is a really good experience like the original to play, it's very difficult to play. There's a lot of things about it that have not aged well. Particularly for me, at least, it's the fixed camera angles when you're trying to like navigate certain areas. It's very hard to tell what's a path, what's a door, like what you can interact with, what you can't interact with. I especially remember, I can't remember like what part of the game it is, but like there's a part where you have to like navigate through a train yard. Oh. Oh, Ari. That's so nice of you. The mighty Moggle Mogrod? Okay. Well, thank you, Ari. But yeah, there's a sequence where you have to like navigate a train yard, and I remember it took me like hours as a kid to get through that because I could not tell what I could and could not like interact with. I was like wandered around like trying to like hit X on everything till something changed. But Ari, thank you. That was really nice of you. I'm gonna... Aw. You're so sweet. Is that just... Hold on. Is that just a Moogle on a stick? Is that all that is? That's so funny. Ari, thank you for your gift. It's just a Moogle on a stick. It's so silly. Ace says the original, however, does have a lot of loose threads that never get tied. Yeah, and I mean, they did make like 4 side games to explain things. I never played all of those, but... It says I've had to look up a lot about where to go next, yeah. He says that's the same issue in games like the original RE games, cameras at a fixed angle. Unless says, OMG, yes, the Moogle weapon. Shram says, Kupo. Ari says, I hunted one down and ripped off his head for you. Oh, Ari. Thanks for thinking of me in your middle of your murderous rampage. Ari says, your new alien friend. Says the Dragoon Mog weapon is a Moogle on a long fork. That's so funny. This game really has a great sense of humor, I gotta say. Ah, Master Allen, have you brought your entry for the contest? I have crystal. Ari says he'd be an example to the rest of the Moogles. My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from air like water from a pump? Fascinating. Nah, I don't know. It's your fantasy science. This is your world, Honorite. I'm just wandering it. A series of unfortunate events. Honorite is more than a little concerned for Lord Amonelane's well-being. Yeah, it is getting dark. Lord Amonelane has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you perchance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I am worrying about nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him, Master Allen. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southeastern area of Eorzea as swiftly as you are able, and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell and good luck. Oh yeah, this is where we come across a body for sure. We're gonna find like his left shin and part of a torso, and it's like, probably dead. This is the end. You can get back on a mount. Yes, more ponies. My fire pony. It's Rapidash. AC says, I have a Mogtana. A Moogle katana. It looks silly, but it's not that silly of a weapon. It looks decent enough. That's really funny. It says, I have a Moogle summoner book, I think. I want the bow, Lala says. AC says, the King Moggle Mog theme has a similar tempo to the Nightmare Before Christmas. I would agree, actually. I bet that was the inspiration. Because it really has that similar vibe of, like, this is Halloween. Like, when all the Moggles are saying, like, what do you decree? What do you decree? Kind of thing, like, very, very much like Nightmare Before Christmas, Danny Elfman nonsense. That's still my favorite song I've heard up to this point, probably, is the Moggle Mog fight music. Although there's a lot of really good stuff in this game, I will say. You survey the surrounding for a terrain, but see no sign of Emmeline Lane. Okay. Now I head this way. Hey, it's my fire horse again. Nice. Okay, we're doing pretty good on time, it looks like. God, such a pretty area. Love it. Master Alan, Lord Amon Lane. Lord Amon Lane has been taken by the Vanu. Uh-oh. They had my lord surrounded. A whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly. Oh, Amon Lane. It was nice knowing you. Lala says that fat Moogle mount I have plays the King Mogglemog theme if I have the mount music on. That's amazing. That is absolutely worth getting. How do you get the fat Moogle? Like, what's the process for getting that mount? Strom says, hot take, I hate the Mogglemog fight theme because it sounds like the Night Before Christmas theme. Okay, are you not a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas? Are you not a fan of because it sounds similar? Out of curiosity. He says they got different people to do the Moggle lines in Moggle's Guard, describing what each of them do. Strom says, it's like Uncanny Valley to me, but like music version of it. He says, it's almost Halloween, so why not play it? Trump says, oh no, I love Night Before Christmas. Okay. That's fair. I could see how it could be confusing. I think it definitely, like, when I heard it the first time, like, it did kind of, like, throw me off a little bit, because I was like, I feel like I've heard this before, but I've definitely not heard this before. Level sync is in effect. Okay. Law says, it's from the store. Okay. Oh, you have to buy it. Okay. Well, that could honestly be a worthwhile purchase. Like, I definitely would not be against giving Square Enix more money for this particular game, because it's a lot of fun. And I bet they do, like, sales every now and then, too, so it might be... It's good to keep in mind. Oh, no, wait. The Vanu must have taken him to that village. Mayhap to present to their chieftain. Well, it was nice knowing him. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Linnea what has happened. Yet by the time I return with aid, it may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, Master Allen, but should you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord Monalane in my absence, I beg you to take it. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous, and insensitive, and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. We nod our heads. Yeah, I mean, Monalane is kind of full of himself, but he's not a bad guy. He's kind of a bit like Alfino, where he means well enough. Like, he definitely gets himself into a lot of trouble. Oh, can I not have George for this part? That's too bad. Oh! Zohiro, hello, welcome! Zo says, oh awesome, welcome to Ishgard, lol. And Sea of Clouds, it seems. Yeah, I'm up in Cloud Top. I'm about to rescue Monalane from the Vanu Vanu. Who are those fancy looking fellows over there? They are kind of doing like a little dance. What is that? That's funny. AC says they have a video game sequel called The Nightmare Before Christmas 2. It plays like Devil May Cry, but with different musical numbers. Actually singing. Wait, there is a video game sequel for that game? For Nightmare Before Christmas? How have I never heard of that? That's crazy. One says, yeah, there's sales fairly often. He says, Honoroy and Monolin have history. Oh, that's super interesting. I'm curious janky as all get out. Because that reminds me of like a... I mean, this might be a long shot, if anybody's heard of it, but if people remember the Disney movie Treasure Planet, which Treasure Planet was amazing, highly underrated. I don't know why Disney has locked that away to be hidden forever. Fun movie. but there was a video game sequel for that one as well. It was like an RTS strategy game. It was really cool. And like it took place after the movie. And it was extremely difficult in a broken way. But it was kind of cool because you got to like see more of the characters, more of the worlds. I am been attacked. He says it was years ago, though, the night before Christmas, too. I'd still love to look that up. I love that kind of stuff. I think it's so cool to, like, see, like, kind of forgotten things like that. From says, Treasure Planet freaking slapped. It was so good. Yeah, Treasure Planet is a fun movie. Like, I don't know why that movie was, like... It's like, there was, like, Treasure Planet, and then there was, what was it? Atlantis. Like, those were both really awesome, and then Disney never really made any other movies like that. It says, I think I own Treasure Planet on DVD. That's a good purchase, Lala. That is a good thing to have, I gotta say. Like, I really want to get Treasure... Like, I don't own Treasure Planet. That's one I absolutely would love to have. Oh, don't! Well, I guess we're doing this now. Well, this is Atlantia. That's, yeah, something like... Oh, don't! Dagnabbit! Law says yes, Atlantis. Yeah, Atlantis was another really fun one, but... Ah, just... Stop. You can't. You won't. Shh. Oh, you found me. Alright, I guess I have to fight you too. Well, so they actually watched Atlantis a couple weeks ago. Okay, nice. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in years. Like, I probably haven't watched it since... I mean, probably pretty close to when it first came out, honestly. It's like, I remember my grandparents had it on a VHS tape. Because they thought the DVDs were just a fad. And so they were sticking with VHS. I remember that very distinctly. But Atlantis, The Lost Empire was good. Unless I actually watched Atlantis. Oh yeah. So I love the colorful cast of those people in Atlantis. Yeah, Atlantis was like, it just like, it looked good. Like, I remember like even as a kid, like, I just remember like that movie just looked so good. Like, I've never seen like an aesthetic quite like that either. It's like they just like made like one. Well, I mean, I guess Treasure Planet was a bit similar. That's why I like the both of them. Like, you just like they never did anything like them again, for some weird reason. Ace says, shame VHS tapes aren't used much these days. Also hate rewinding them each time. Yeah. Well, it says, my husband works in a game store with a frozen yogurt shop attached. They do put on movies on the yogurt side. And he put it on, I stayed and watched it with my kid. There you go. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's... There was... You know what, I'm just gonna... I mean, technically I could just be fighting all of these guys, don't... Like, there's no need for me to be stealthy, really. But it feels cool. I'm like Solid Snake, if he was a bunny. And I'm sure that fanfic exists somewhere. But... how do I... Dagnabbit. Ouch. By the fear, you're not going to eat me, are you? That's how you do to prisoners, is it? Grayson! Grayson, over here! Oh, you a-hole. You would alert everyone. The Netherlings, come to free prisoner. Spread word like thunder and cast them in a cloud sea. hate to leave him to die. AC says, game store next to a frozen yogurt place sounds great for summer. Shame frozen yogurt places around the country are shutting down since the pandemic. Yeah, that's true. There's actually a really good one near where I live. I haven't gone to it for a long time though, now I think about it. One says, yeah, they get tons of summer business. Instead of bunny ears, they do have the chicken hat for Solid Snake. He says, the Vanu Vanu are very poetic people. Their form of speech is very descriptive. Brambleweed rope. Phew. That was thoroughly unpleasant. Protect Amanolane and escape the Vanu stronghold. Netherlings slink away. Like guileful Gaelicats, rally warriors of Gundu, let none escape. Are you gonna... I really have to do an escort mission with this a-hole, don't I? Oh, Lone Star. Hello, welcome. Yes, frozen yogurt is delicious. I completely agree. Ling Dumpling says hello. Hi, Ling Dumpling. Welcome. Oh, I am being attacked by birds. Oh, yikes, I'm on a lane, watch out. A monolane the lofty. Help has arrived, Grayson. Oh, Harchefant. Harchefant. Is that you? Thank heavens, get us out of here. Keep Amanolane safe, Grayson, we will hold them off. He says, frozen yogurt, do you guys prefer creamy or fruity types, or both? They're making the toppings look good, but also with complementary flavors. Yeah, oops, oh, this is... Amanolane, you're gonna die. I apologize. I like the creamy kind of frozen yogurt. There we go. Okay, sorry. I was gonna say I am forever 10 years old, which means that anything fruit flavored is gross and yucky. I like things to taste like chocolate and candy because I don't know. Not a very healthy person, I guess. I do like vegetables, but I've never liked fruit, which probably makes me crazy. I don't know. Like I'll have salad over an apple any day. But duty complete. AC says, I noticed your spell speed and rotation is faster. Lone Star says, or Strom says, I personally prefer fury. I always try to... See, Lone Star says, I always try to create something with complementary flavors and with an aesthetic disaster. I want all the toppings. Yeah, toppings are the best part. If you're gonna go to get frozen yogurt, you get all those toppings.
Reinforcements.
Voice acting. And Monolane...
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vondo, royals like blackest storm clouds.
They are very poetic, wow.
Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells and he comes.
Sure. Uh-oh. That seems like a problem. Oh. What was that? What?
The white, mighty Bismarck, Lord of the Mists!
Uh-oh. Is that another primal?
A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal.
Yikers.
We must away.
I agree. Ace says, I notice your spell speed and rotation is faster. Thank you, AC. I'm slowly trying to practice and get better with things. We're gonna die. And Monolane, you're terrible at running away. Monolane's like, no, we're gonna die. You have a sword,
Damn.
you a-hole. Archifon.
Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Sid, you've saved me once again.
Aye, aye, Chief.
Oh, they got voices now. The budget is astonishing. Somebody
All aboard!
Yes, somebody mentioned that like most all the characters get voice lines from Heavensward onward. Excuse me. Really cool. Archifon, no! Yay! Oh yeah, there's a primal. Oh no. Oh. Yikes. Big yikes. No, thank you. Hey, we made it. We win. Ace says, I love a good orange creamsicle, also orange floats. Fruit is nature's candy, though. I mean, you're right, Lone Star. You're right. I don't know. I just never. It's not that like I hate fruit. Like, there's certain ones I eat. I'm like willing to eat it. I don't know. Like it's. I don't know. I guess it. I don't know. It's weird. I guess. Law says they rotate flavors and they have coffee flavors sometimes. I really like that one. Rob says, mother freaking sky whale. Yeah, that's a big whale. Do you guys remember Finding Nemo? I hope you remember to speak whale like Dory. Tell you what, if Bismarck has any dialogue, I'll absolutely do it in a less obnoxious whale speak. Ace says, you looked like you were having a whale of a time. Yeah, you're right, Archifon. We are all of us still alive, my friend. Let us take solace in that most simple of blessings. And Monolin? Frightened? Me? For a fleeting moment at most. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's like a dark stain running down his pant leg. Oh, he tried. Is there something you require? If it's an escort you need, I suppose I have a bit of free time on my hands. I'll not talk to you right now. Do we not get to talk to... No, Biggs and Wedge. And what about... I don't know. Let's talk to Sid, I guess. Ace says, it's the obnoxiousness is the best part, though. Okay. The gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. No need for thanks, though. It's not as if you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. Alright, more than a few. Hey, I nod and smile. 'Twas but blind chance that brought us together in this time. In case you're wondering, the Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with this creation of theirs, the Protector. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived some few days prior with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. Small world, I thought. Just as said lordling's manservant skidded into view, babbling about his master having been captured and you risking all to rescue him. And the rest, they say, is history. Right, well, I have to cut short our reunion, but I am here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend. We'll speak again soon, I promise. He waves goodbye. What a bro. Quest complete. Yes, we've done it. Reward long in coming. Lord Amonelaine appears to be rather pleased with himself. Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died, you know. Me. Dead. On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal. And that, old boy, is no small feat. I have made an historic discovery. A fact even Lady Lynette will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes! I am rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, isn't it time we made our triumphant return? Yeah, sure. Our triumphant return it is. Is it that way? Okay. Hey, it's Maggie. Nice. Oh, I can't fly with Maggie, though. For one, I doubt we'd get eaten, but some of us would have died for sure had Sid not come. Bismarck can't exactly come on land from the looks of it. That's a good point. It is... Oh, wait, I learned the trick. Yes. Oh, wait. I may have been foolhardy. I forgot the enemies around here will try to attack me. Unknown says, alright, gotta call it for tonight, but I'll catch up with the VOD later. Good night, everyone. Yeah, good night, Unknown. Have a good night. We're probably not gonna go too much longer anyhow, so you won't miss too much, I don't think. Ace says there's a hilarious fate every player should experience once later down the line. I hope you just don't laugh too much. He says, have a good night. And Bling Dumpling says, is that NA Data Center? Yes. I am in the North America Data Center, I believe. Where am I trying to get to? I am on, I think, Zalira. Zalira is the world server thing, whatever. It's very stompy. Yeah, this is where I typically play. This is my home world. On our right. Thank you, Master Allen. Thank you. If you had not rushed to his aid, I dare not think what would have happened. An ant. Praise alone. I feared the worst. What happened out there? I gesture with a hand. 2 hands, even. A primal. Are you sure? Yet, now that I think on it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of the white whale of Vanu legend, a massive creature said to swim in the sea of clouds. From what I have learned of comparable summonings, the presence of the Vanu's god would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior towards the people of Camp Cloudtop. Ah, you mean to say that they have fallen under the primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alfino. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Lynette? A little recognition for the hero of the hour. A few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on. Oh, you are the worst. Why, yes. You are right, of course. Master Allen deserves all that and more for having risked his life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there's naught else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course, Master Allen, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard with Lord Haurchefant and give my warmest regards to the Count. So, that's it then? No more forays into enemy territory? Very well. I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Lynette. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. Yay. Ling says, greetings from Elemental. Hey, Ling! Welcome from Elemental, then. Haurchefant. All's well that ends well, eh? The airship landing, then. We can speak on the journey home. AC says, would it be offensive if I said my dog looks like he's sleeping like a dead dog? I mean, I guess only if he would be offended by that. That says, oh, I was watching your first FF stream earlier this week, and if you'd gone with what the game put you in, Goblin, we would have been in the same server. Oh, really? That says, I just thought it was interesting. Oh, that's such a funny coincidence. Yeah, I can't remember. I think my reasoning for... I don't know if I really had a reason for picking Zolera, honestly. I just, like, I couldn't get into the server I wanted to originally. Like, the one that my friend played on. And so I just kind of, like, picked another one at random. So I didn't really know what else to do, so... That's really funny, though. We could have been server buddies, darn it. Let's see here, where am I going from here? A reward long in coming? Is it this one? It looks like I need to head back to Ishgard. Okay. So I think this will probably, like... I think we're getting close to finishing up Imanolane's little side story here. And I think we'll probably end the stream along with his quest line. And then next stream we will get into Atoriel? Whatever it be. More game? Huh? Where are you? Oh, I have to... Okay. Fair enough. I need Birch. Oh, I could just use the Aetheryte. What am I doing? I always forget that the big Aetheryte also lets me teleport. I don't know why I always forget that. Yeah, actually, I do have a question for everybody. Let's see here. Trying to get... I think that's probably... I don't have that one. Why? That's not ideal. I need to go activate that last crystal, I think. When I'm going past it. But yes, I was wondering... So I was kind of talking about this earlier. The possibility of getting a couple of different job classes leveled up in order to take advantage of all the XP that I am getting lost. Like all the XP I'm getting from Heavensward. And so I'm wondering if people would be interested in... yes, this works. Take that, ankles. If people would be interested in maybe a stream where we just like power through... Like power grind out a job class or something. It'd probably be like a Saturday stream where it would just be like an extra long stream of just kind of hanging out and just grinding a job class. Just kind of like going through the quests and doing like hunting logs and other things just to level it up as quick as possible. And that we'd probably be playing that class for the rest of Heavensward. Like get it up to level 50 or something. I'm just curious like if you would be interested in that. Oh, Unknown, thank you for the subscribe. That's so nice of you. That's so cool. Thank you. I almost missed that. That's very, very, very nice of you. Well, it says the responsible one. He says, sure, that sounds fun, but not sure if others can help you outside of doing XP grind. And Moo says, Scholar and Summoner level together if no one mentioned it. Yes, that's kind of what I was considering, because I have Summoner up to level, I think, 29 or level 30. And so that'd be an easy one to, like, maybe finish grinding out. And Law says, yeah, that could be fun. Leveling a lot of the job stories are interesting. And he says, the quest line itself needs you to do the quests alone. Law says, be fun. Yeah, so I mean, it wouldn't really be... I mean, I guess it could be somewhat multiplayer, because we could maybe, like, do some, like, dungeons together as part of, like, grinding stuff up, right? Like, if people were, like, interested in, like, just, like, doing a bunch of dungeon runs. So it could be, like, a fun things. Link says, sadly, I can't join. I can't visit outside JP Data Center. Oh, really? Is the JP Data Center locked out? I thought that... Are the world servers not all connected anymore? It's something... Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know how it all works. Archifon says, I confess, I have always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Aymeric of all that has occurred. Monolaine should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? I shall do that, I guess. Back to House Fortom. I'm gonna hit this crystal right here. I think this might be the last crystal I need to touch, actually. Hopefully. Trump says, yeah, if you start early on Saturday, I could help grind dungeons. Yeah, that was kind of my thinking, is like... just because I didn't get to play it all last Saturday, and so I think it'd be fun to... It'd kind of be similar to the stream I did where I was grinding out the rest of, like, the Realm Reborn content, right? Where I basically just... I streamed until I finally finished everything, so it was like a 6-hour stream. And so it'd probably be similar to that, where, like, we'll just stream until we get 1 or maybe 2 classes up to level 50. Depending on how long that might take, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it'd kind of be... It wouldn't be quite as... I mean, I guess it'd be the class story content. But for the most part, it'd probably be just kind of a chance to hang out and talk. For those who like that kind of thing. And then we'd be back to, like, the... You know, the regularly scheduled program after that stream. Monolaine. It's you, Grayson. God, did he have to strike me so hard? Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop. How I endangered the lives of others through my own... recklessness and incompetence. Oh, it's not easy playing the hero, is it? Oh, he's devastated. No. Oh, Monolaine. Honoroi, you have your hands full. Tenacity, determination, I'm gonna have tenacity, I guess. I don't know if there's a difference. Well, it says, I think within the data centers you can visit between servers, but not from center to center. Oh. Sean says, yeah, no geographical data center travel yet, sadly. Link says, each data center have their own server, like in NA there's Aether, Crystal, Primal with each server like Crystals, have Goblin, etc, etc. Link says, mine is Elemental for Japan. Oh, I get it now. Okay. I didn't realize that there was, like, there's actually a lot of data centers then. I didn't realize there was that many. AC says tenacity is specifically for tank jobs. Oops. Well, I might be leveling up Dark Knight, so maybe that'll be relevant. I haven't really played with materia at all yet, to be completely honest. I probably will need to start doing that. But, okay. So yeah, I think we've officially completed Monolaine. So I think maybe next stream... Let's see here. Yeah, so we're kind of going to be winding down here, I think, from this point. But yeah, so I think the plan for next stream, which will be Thursday, like the next Final Fantasy stream, I think tomorrow, for those who are interested, I'll be playing Resident Evil 2 Remake. Hopefully. I still need to figure that out with Smo, who I've been playing with. Make sure that's going to work for us. Yeah, so next Thursday will be Final Fantasy XIV. Trying to think if I want to... Yeah, I'll probably just continue... I'll probably do Toriel's side quests, or like quest line, I guess. And then Saturday we'll plan for Final Fantasy XIV. We'll probably like start like kind of earlier than usual, like early afternoon, and just be playing for a good long time. Whoever wants to join in can join in. Probably like do some dungeons and stuff together for those who are interested. And just kind of like other stuff, just messing around with like job classes, getting them leveled up. So, I think... Well, it says, looks like you have to level tank now. He says, can't wait for more jump scares. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 has been lots of fun. And actually, AC, AC was super nice. Over on the Discord, AC made some really lovely art of me being scared by various Resident Evil monsters, which is really cool. Looks very funny. I liked them a lot, actually. It was really nice of AC to do that. Which, by the way, for anyone interested, there is a Discord that they can join, and it's starting to get pretty active over there. It's kind of fun. Kind of just like chat and have a good time. I post memes every now and then. You know, maybe just a couple dozen of them every now and then. Who says Arcanist Quest has a good ending? Well, it says, yeah, those early quest lines are good length for a stream. So yeah, I think that'll be the plan. I'll probably finish getting Summoner to level 50, and then maybe we'll look at like trying out Dark Knight since everybody seems to like that one. Or like maybe just like another like tank class, because it'd be fun to have like a healer, a DPS, and then like a tank, right? Kind of start practicing out those different ones to see what I like best, maybe. Get a feel for other things. Oh, Ling, thank you for the subscription. That's super nice of you. Sorry, I keep like missing that out of the corner of my eye. I don't hear the notification sound on my end, which I hope you're all hearing it. AC says, no problem. Truth be told, I was getting bored and needed to draw something fun. It says, I just did Black Mage level 70 quest today when I stopped by my house. Hey, there you go. But yes, so I think that'll be the plan for next time. And I really appreciate everybody who came by to hang out. This was really cool. Had a lot of new people stop by, which is always fun. I like meeting new people, and I hope people are having fun. It says it wasn't as bad as I remembered. That's good to hear. Oh yeah, there's also, I think Strom really wanted Black Mage. For some reason, Strom really is pushing the Black Mage agenda. So I don't know, there's options. We can discuss it once we get to that particular stream time. But yes, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. We'll probably be ending here. People interested in Resident Evil 2, we'll see you tomorrow. People interested in Final Fantasy XIV, we'll see you Thursday. Who says Summoner is magical DPS, tank will round out things. Yeah, so I think doing like a tank would be fun. Like, either, I think Dragoon is also technically a tank, which I guess Dragoon might be more relevant to Heavensward. I don't know if that really matters, but... Ling says, I want to join hopefully one day data center travel. Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're slowly working that out to be like more widespread, right? Which is really cool. I think it's really fun the way players are able to like interact more together that way. Well, it says, have a good night. Lord Strom says, it's the best. It's the least played job in the game. I've taken it as my mission to change that, says Strom. Fair enough. But yeah, so I think we'll call it here. Again, everybody, thank you so much for coming to hang out. This has been tons of fun. I hope y'all have a good rest of your night or day, wherever you might be. Hopefully we'll see you again later. And yes, we will talk to y'all another time. Aces, have a good night. Yeah, good night, everybody. Have a good one. It was super fun talking to y'all. And actually, hold on, let me I just realized, like, on the Twitch side, because I do multi-stream, I'm just gonna see if there's anybody worth... Ooh, I broke it. I'm gonna see if there's anybody we want to try to... okay, no. Sorry, I was just gonna see if there's anybody to maybe raid on Twitch, but it looks like there's nobody I know currently, so... Okay, yeah, we'll just probably call it here then. Wo says, Dragoon is melee DPS, close range DPS. Okay, so it's not a tank. Fair enough. Wo says, great stream. Wo says, Dragoon is melee DPS, so that would give you one of each, like magic DPS, healer, tank. Okay, that would probably be very balanced then. Well, okay, things to consider. We'll come up with plans when we get there. But yes, alright. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to hang out. It was good to talk to y'all. I hope you all have a good night. And I'm going to go ahead, we're going to end the stream. Where's the button? Okay, oh, there we are. Alright, we'll see you everyone. Good night.